Yo, I'm here. I'm gonna check out this whole different kind of topic that's been going around crazy. Started by a guy named Hassan Abi, well-known, well-known news reporter on Twitch. He basically talks about politics, et cetera, things like that. And I'm gonna talk about this real quick, just to kind of get off my chest, because I have an opinion about it, and it's a whole different topic. I feel like that needs to be talked about. I know there's a lot of streamers that have been going out of their way saying like, oh, streaming is harder than real jobs, etc., things like this, right? Obviously, I don't think the two career paths are anywhere near comparable. I think I think they're basically like complete opposites. If I'm being real, I don't think that they're anywhere near comparable in comparison to each other. I think one of them is basically hard labor. You know what I'm saying? Like you're working physically, doing physical labor. Whereas with streaming, it mainly takes a mental toll, if anything. So I feel like the work and the labor that's going into it is mainly just mental. Because obviously I'm a streamer myself. I'm a content creator. I've never had a 9 to 5 in my life. So obviously my opinion is going to be a little different compared to people that have had both, or maybe they're doing them both at the same time. It's obviously going to be different. That's just how it is. I don't have the experience of a 9 to 5, but this is my opinion on it. I mean, everybody else is going around saying their opinion, so why can't I say mine? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, let's get into the first point, bro. The first point I have is how long it takes for you to make money doing a real job, quote unquote, a real job. I hate that term, but it's just the quotes, a real job, and streaming. So basically, and with streaming, when it comes to making a certain amount of money, it all pretty much goes based on either luck or just the amount of time it takes for you to start making money, essentially. Because basically for me, right, I'm not making any money on Twitch right now. I have to reach a certain threshold for me to start getting payouts via Twitch. I'm assuming it's the same like on Kick, on other streaming platforms, like even YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's the same kind of thing. And basically it takes you a decent while. Again, unless you're super lucky. Um, Obviously, luck is a big part of streaming. Whereas with a 9 to 5 or just a real job, I hate that term. I need to come up with a different term. With a real job, basically you can basically get paid typically around what, like 2 weeks, right? It's usually around 2 weeks of working, and then at that point you start getting paid. Whereas with streaming, it can take you years to start making money off it. At least to the point where you're making a reasonable income to where you can live off of it. And again, with me, I'm making zero money right now. I have no job. I'm doing this full time. This is my thing. YouTube and streaming. I'm doing this full time, trying it out, seeing how it goes. So basically, I have a good, I feel like I'm part of the average when it comes to how long it took for me, or taking me for me to start making money off Twitch, or doing really anything. So right now, I'm making zero money off YouTube too, because I'm not monetized yet. But anyway, enough about me. I'm talking about the generals. In general, it takes people around, give or take, a few months. So I'd say at least half a year of streaming consistently, I would say, is to the point where you're making some sort of money doing Twitch. I feel like a year is also a good standard too. Because I've been streaming since October 2023, to be specific, October 13th, 2023. Um, and I'm still not making money off doing it. And so that's around 5 or 6 months of streaming, give or take, and I'm still not making any ounce of money right now. And so basically, with a 9 to 5, it takes you 2 weeks. 2 weeks typically. So there's certain jobs that will pay you right when you start, but typically most jobs are around 2 weeks, give or take, before you start actually like making money. And you're also making money based on how many hours you work, right? Whereas with streaming, you you can stream for 30 minutes and make $1,000 depending on how many gifted subs, how many people are in your chat for ads, and cheering, donations, all this stuff. Like you can make it money instantly. Whereas with the job, it's based on hours, hourly pay. So your salary is based on how many hours you work. Duh, obviously. And so it goes differently because of the fact that the pay is different, very different. It takes you a while to get started making money. That's the whole point I'm making on that front. I do think when it comes to making money, and if you're looking to do something that's going to make you money, you're going to be going 9 to 5. Simple as that. 9 to 5 is just better when it comes to, you know, making money constantly, consistently. Um, so that's my point on that. I do think a 9 to 5 is better on that front. Not whether it's easier, no. I think the job is harder, for sure. Than having to sit on your butt and stream all day and play games. I'm not saying that's easy to do because it isn't, but I think compared to a job, it's very different. And then my next point I have is just in general, just how much of a toll streaming compared to a real job is. Again, like I said before earlier in the video, hard work and just having a real job takes more of a physical toll, whereas with streaming, it's a mental toll it takes. I've been streaming consistently since October 23, October 2023. I've missed at most 5 days out of those. I think one time I took almost a week off because I just couldn't stream that week because I was going to go do stuff on like vacation kind of thing. And so I couldn't stream then. So I took a week off there, but that was like the only time I've taken off. Other than that, I've been consistently going and going and going and going, and I've been going there. I've been getting there. Um, going a little bit by a little bit. Streaming is more of a long process, clearly. As a lot of streamers have said, it's a long process. It takes a while to get to, so I don't expect instant progress. That's just not how it is. But anyway, with a job, it takes more of a physical toll on you, whereas with streaming, it's like you can get burnt out easily. Obviously, you can get burnt out of a job too, but it's more or less like with a job, it's more physical. You know what I'm saying? It's more physical work, physical labor. Whereas with streaming, it's mainly just, you know, you're having to socialize, you're having to put all of your energy into one stream. You know what I'm saying? Like you're putting everything into it. And unless you're a bad streamer, then of course you're not putting your all into it, and you're not going to get anywhere because you're not actually putting in any ounce of effort into your streams. Because then at that point you're not going to get anywhere because people are just going to realize it's just effortless and you're not actually bothering to try. Um, Kind of like XQC has been lately. I know you guys might be mad, but I feel like with XQC, I feel like if he put a little more effort and just a little more oomph into his streams, he would be very, 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 very good. But I feel like lately he's been kind of doing the same kind of thing over and over, like GTRP all the time. And I just feel like if he tried harder, bro, I think XQC would go crazy. You know, he doesn't really need to. I mean, he has a dedicated fan base, but yeah, I mean, my opinion on it. I mean, just get this done and over with, and just end the video here. I don't think we need to keep yapping about something that's very evident. A real job is harder than streaming. Simple as that, bro. There's so much that goes into a real job compared to streaming. Um, Now, do I think that streaming is a easy job? No, no. And also, this isn't just streaming either. By the way, this is just content creation overall is not easy. It takes a mental toll. You're always these expectations that people always have. Obviously, it differentiates between different people. Obviously, with me, I'm more of an anxious, always feeling like I'm not doing enough kind of person. So on me, it takes a mental toll on me. Me just getting burnt out all the time. But also one more point too. There's a lot of different points actually. I feel like with the real job, you have to deal with multiple people. So coworkers, that's one example. Having to deal with them. Whereas with streaming, it's just you, pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much it. It's just you. Technically, other streamers are coworkers, but you don't work along with most of them or any of them really. So in streaming, you're basically just on yourself. You're basically your own boss. And so yeah, I mean that's another point I wanted to make. But yeah, though at the end of the day, this whole conversation about this is just so diluted and stupid, and the fact it's even a conversation and even some sort of argument is actually ridiculous. A real job, is harder than streaming. Simple as that, bro. And guess what? I don't even work a real job. I've never have worked a 9 to 5. I've never worked a real job in my life, and I can still understand and put my head into other people's heads and be like, yeah, a real job isn't easy, bro. Especially compared to streaming. That's again, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that streaming is not difficult because it is. It's difficult. Especially if you want to be like longevity stuff because you have to constantly be working for years. You can't slack off. you slack off for, I don't know, maybe even a month, fall off. What they call it a fall off. And so yeah, I mean, at the end of the day though, I mean, it's a simple little thing. I mean, if you guys want to check me out on Twitch, they're very much appreciated. I'm a streamer myself, so my link is down below in the description. Check me out over there; they'd be much appreciated. Get this video to 20 likes. Try to hit that subscribe button too. By the way, that'd be great. Hit that subscribe button if you want to check out more content. I upload reactions to pretty much everything. It'd be cool if you would check me out over there. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace.